This week, I planned to start outlining the third book in my Rescue Quest middle grade adventure series. I've got a rough idea of the plot, at least the main concept for the plot, but I've been struggling to get started because my main character is dead. Not literally dead, but not really alive enough for me to get inside her head. Now, that's not to say I don't know anything about her. In each book in the series, one of three preteen friends take centre stage. Tom in book 1, Lev in book 2, and now Anna in book 3. Having been a sidekick in the other two books, I feel like I have a handle on Anna's personality, but that isn't enough. I need to understand more about Anna's inner world, what she's scared of, why she's even bothering to show up and walk about on the page. So I've decided to take a step back from the self-imposed pressure to work on the plot and focus instead on Anna's background and internal conflict. I figured the plot will have a role to play in her resolving that conflict. Plus, as the job of the antagonist, Harry's the potion student, is to motivate Anna's character arc and push her towards change, it should also help me to build out his role in the story. Anna's background story. Here's what I know so far. Anna is an 11-year-old British Asian girl. She has a younger brother. She joined St. Fortis School at the same time as Tom and Lev, where they became firm friends, united in their love of Minecraft and hatred of school bully Hunter Graham. She loves building beautiful structures in Minecraft, art, architecture and history. Anna's much older cousin is a surgeon. Her father is a doctor. Her mother is a scientist of some sort relating to medicine. Her parents met at a conference with a shared health interest. The family expects Anna to follow in their footsteps, or at least Anna believes this to be true at the beginning of the story. Her parents openly reference her cousin's success, and this puts pressure on Anna. Because she's quite logical and a type A personality, they expect her to do well in science and maths subjects, but she doesn't enjoy them, preferring art and history. This leads her to get lower grades in maths and science, and her parents send her to a tutor after school to improve them. Anna has to work so hard to keep up with all the extra work that she's often tired and irritable. She tells her parents she's going to Tom's house to study when she really wants to lose herself in Minecraft builds to satisfy her love for art and architecture and to forget about the pressure she's feeling. So far, so groovy. Let's dig a bit deeper. Why, I wonder, does Anna love art so much? Perhaps an art teacher at school saw something in her work and took an interest, encouraging and praising her for her artistic talent in a way her parents never had. Perhaps she looks up to this teacher as a role model. In this way, art is a symbol of her true self. So what event might show this in action? Well, perhaps at a parents' evening at school, Anna's parents only have time to see a few teachers and focus on the maths and science ones. Anna tries to introduce them to her art teacher, who is standing waiting, beaming, looking forward to meeting the parents of her star pupil, but they turn away towards the line for the science teacher, leaving the art teacher looking disappointed. This event leaves Anna feeling she's disappointed both her parents and her art teacher. What else is coming into play? Perhaps she's also scared of blood after witnessing her brother have an accident at home when he was little that caused him to bleed on her favourite jumper or dress or blanket. He was fine, but he cried a lot and it affected her nevertheless. She sees this as another reason why she isn't destined for medicine. Now clearly I don't want to include all this background in the book, but it helps me to understand where she's coming from, and I can create a scene or two based on this information to give her some depth. Right, my next step is to work on Anna's inner world, her emotional wound, fear, and the lies she believes. By the way, I highly recommend The Emotional Wound Thesaurus by Angela Ackerman and Becca Puglish for more on this. And most importantly, I need to figure out how all this might affect her behaviour in the story. Anna's emotional wound could stem from feeling torn between what she loves, art and architecture, and her family's expectations. This wound was brought to the surface in the painful parents' evening moment when she was forced to literally turn her back on her art teacher, a mentor who sees and validates her true self, in favour of meeting her parents' expectations. Could this represent a deeper pattern of having to hide or diminish parts of herself? Anna's fear, beyond her specific fear of blood, is disappointing her family. She worries Embracing her artistic side will mean losing her family's approval and stopping their medical legacy. This is what motivates her to keep her grades up, even though it makes her unhappy, and to hide her artistic talents. So Anna's lie that she believes could be, I can only be valuable if I do well in the ways others expect me to. My love of art is self-indulgent and disappointing to my family. I must choose between being who I truly am and who I should be. I cannot be both. So in her character arc, Anna needs to learn to find acceptance for who she truly is beyond other people's expectations, to prove to herself or have proven to her that creativity and the arts have value and meaning, and to reconcile her analytical and her artistic sides without having to choose between them. This feels like a lot for an 11-year-old, but I do feel like I know Anna a lot better now. I still need to understand how all this could affect Anna's behaviour in the story as I'm writing it. She could overcompensate, becoming a perfectionist in her studies, something her friends notice. She uses Minecraft as a secret outlet for creative expression, so we see her building beautiful structures or admiring them. We've already seen her do this a bit in book 2. She struggles to speak up about her true feelings and desires at home. This could make her melancholy, particularly if there's a specific event in the story that triggers a flashback to the parents' evening. She often takes on the role of problem solver in the friends' adventures together, as it fits her logical mind and is something she can control. And she exhausts herself trying to maintain multiple external faces, but can be herself with her friends. So perhaps we see her being these two different people in the story. So that's where I am right now. My next steps are to look at how Harazor, the antagonist in the story, or something else in the story, might kick off Anna's need to change, and I need to start outlining some fun adventuring plot points. I have no idea if rambling this all out on video has been helpful to you in any way. I hope that it has. I'd love to know how you work out your character arc, so please do let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.